Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, April 7th, 2016. It's going to be a rather stormy and windy day today as a cold front approaches the region and we deal with some strong southerly winds and southwesterly winds through this afternoon. Already this morning we have temperatures in the mid to upper 40s over the far northern interior, lower to mid 50s everywhere else, with a stiff southerly wind at around 10 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 25 miles per hour this afternoon, with gusts over 40 miles per hour at times. Meanwhile, we have a cold front and included front approaching the region with periods of heavy showers and a few embedded thunderstorms here and there. This rainfall is heavy at times, and we can expect it really to intensify this afternoon and this evening with the passage of the cold front and a wave of low pressure moving through. So let's dive into some of this forecast. Now, this is the latest surface map. Now, what we're going to be watching for is this low pressure system is going to lift up towards New England, and as it's doing so, this occluded front is going to be approaching the area. Meanwhile, notice this area right here. See this cold front, warm front, and then occluded front? We're going to get a weak area of low pressure developing in what we call a triple point. This low pressure system will not become the dominant low pressure system, but will help to, let's say, enhance the lifting over the region and enhance the heavy rainfall for this afternoon and evening. So this low pressure system is going to rapidly lift to the northeast and move through the Delaware River Valley and head up towards New England tonight, enhancing the rainfall throughout the region for this afternoon and evening, leading to the potential for heavy downpours, occasional lightning, but more of a flash type rather than ground to sky lightning, and also wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be a rather windy, wet day with rainfall amounts over a half an inch, possibly as much as an inch and a half of rain in some locations. This low pressure system will move through. We'll see a couple of secondary cold fronts move through tomorrow, keeping the threat for a few isolated showers in the region. But for the most part, most locations will remain dry, including the opening day ceremonies for the Mets. Then we have this low pressure system is going to move through on Saturday with rain and snow for the entire region. No real accumulation, but still lets you know that this spring has taken its time to actually develop and set in for the region, with another threat for some snowflakes and even some sleet on Saturday morning. Taking a look at the latest infrared satellite picture, you can see these blues and yellows here. That basically means we're seeing a lot of lifting in the atmosphere. And you can see that new low pressure system starting to try to develop here around Virginia. So what we can expect is that all this moisture and all this lifting is going to move through the northern mid-Atlantic today, leading to periods of rainfall, and we can see that very nicely on the radar here with this area of heavy rainfall and embedded thunderstorms. Nothing severe is expected, but again, the intense downpours can reduce visibility below a mile, and of course you got strong wind gusts with this as well, and that's going to continue on through this evening as we move on. So let's dive into this forecast. For this afternoon, look for periods of rain, a few embedded thunderstorms, windy, wet, and just plain ugly, with temperatures actually pretty much where they should be for this time of year for once, in the upper 50s to lower 60s throughout the region. This evening, that cold front will move through. We have a secondary cold front that follows overnight tonight. Look for temperatures to fall into the lower to mid 40s for lows as we head in towards tomorrow morning. For tomorrow afternoon, keep an eye on a few isolated rain and possibly even a few isolated snow showers. But for the most part, we're going to be dealing with dry conditions with variable cloud cover. Look for highs in the lower to mid 50s throughout the region. Now, this low pressure system will dive towards the New Jersey coast and intensify. And as it's doing so, it will produce periods of rain and snow throughout the region. Now, I think this is a bit overdone by the WPC here. But basically what we're going to be dealing with is an area of low pressure that's going to be moving off the New Jersey coast, intensifying, and look for, again, temperatures on Saturday will be in the mid to upper 30s for lows and lower to mid 40s for highs. So the potential for any accumulation is almost nil, except if you're in the highest elevations, say above 700 feet, you get some snow, rain mix, change it over to snow, creating a dusting to as much as maybe 2 inches on cold surfaces. Other than that, you're dealing with basically snow in the air, but nothing accumulating on the ground on Saturday, with some mixed in sleet and some rain as this low pressure system moves through. And of course, as you move on through the day on Saturday, with temperatures warming, any type of snowfall in the air will gradually change over to all rain as we move on and this low pressure system exits. So clearly a rather active weather pattern in the next 3 days. On Sunday, we get a break with high pressure in control, looking for clearing skies, lows in the mid to upper 20s, so another hard freeze on the way, highs in the lower to mid 40s. On Monday, clouds will increase as high pressure exits, look for lows in the mid to upper 30s, highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. So again, returning to close to near normal temperatures for this time of year on Monday. On Tuesday, a series of cold fronts and disturbances will move through the region, producing periods of showers, few isolated thunderstorms, lows in the lower 50s, highs in the lower to mid 60s. Then, as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be dealing with another round of disturbances moving through with periods of showers and a few isolated thunderstorms, unsettled weather conditions with variable cloud cover. Look for lows in the lower 40s, highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s for both days with just unsettled weather, but at the very least temperatures returning to near normal levels for this time of year. That's your forecast discussion for today. Thanks for following NY and JPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.